Hi gals, welcome back to another episode of Zero Waste Closet. I've really been looking forward to making this video. You know, a couple of weeks ago, we looked at some of the season's most enduring trends that I feel, yes, they are very chic at the moment, but these are things that will come back time and time again. So you're not wasting money if you invest in these trends. And frankly, you can probably shop your own closet. So just as a reminder, we looked at animal print, leopard print specifically, popping in a little bit of red or bright orange into your look, and then also really highlighting denim, even denim on denim, top and bottom, even maybe shoes, handbags, but just denim, denim, denim. So I really loved the talk about trends. However, as you guys know, I'm not a super trend-driven person because my focus is on creating a really enduring wardrobe that can be with us throughout the years. And I love the whole idea of not having to change over my wardrobe every season fully, but instead this concept of having a core wardrobe where we're maybe sprinkling the trends of the season in just around the periphery, but that core wardrobe is lasting, it's high quality, it never really goes out of style, and it truly suits us. So when I think of kind of the woman who would have this type of wardrobe, of course, the prototypical French woman comes to mind. It is this whole idea of a small, very functional wardrobe that is always chic. And I really believe there are 7 essential elements of French-inspired style that could serve all of us. It doesn't quite matter what your own personal style is, what your mood or your flavor is, what your 3 style words are. I really think that each of these 7 elements has a place in our closets. And I think that with each of these elements, if you just add even one of them into your look, you're going to look a little more chic, a little more polished, and these elements come in so many different versions, so you can personalize it. So I'm going to show you those 7 elements that currently live in my wardrobe, but I'll also provide some options for you guys here that we have currently here in consignment at Chill Boutique, because ladies, the consignment just keeps rolling in and it has been awesome. So just know if you need to add any of these types of things in, look at the type of item, not necessarily the specific one that I am showing you. So let's take a look. All right, ladies, well, I think one of the first things that many of us think about when we think about the classic French wardrobe is a striped shirt. So something like what I'm wearing right now, like a Breton striped shirt, but in my mind, an element of classic French style that everybody could benefit from having in their closet is a nice striped button-down collared shirt. And I want to emphasize, it does not have to be a super structured, going to the office style shirt. Sometimes we picture something, when I think of collared shirts, I think of something a little stiffer, but it doesn't have to be that way. So in my own personal collection, I have this, which is just absolutely lovely. This is just a light blue pinstripe shirt. It's so soft and flowy, and to me, it conveys polish, but a more laid back approach. And I just want to show you, there are a lot of different ways that you can do this. So you can vary the color. So for instance, you could go with a deeper blue, something like this, maybe a silk if you're into silks. If you're more into the kind of that structured fabric, you could do something like this. And it doesn't even have to be a shirt that tucks in. This is something that's long, but it incorporates the stripes, always brings polish. And if you're just someone who cannot bear the thought of wearing something with a collar, then do something like I've got on, or just something easy like this that is just super easy to incorporate with jeans. Now, let me tell you what I envision doing with a top like this. A very easy way to bring it into your wardrobe is to simply just tuck it into jeans, maybe even tuck it into a denim skirt, maybe a longer denim skirt like the type that is very popular this season. If you want to do it with some trousers and even some sneakers, that gives it an element of sophisticated street chic. Now for me, a way that I have been really envisioning wearing my striped top, and this is a more creative way to do it, is to take a silky slip dress like the one I have on here, and I just layer it over the top, I tie it at the waist, I pop some sneakers on. This is something that I did when we were on our recent trip to London, and it was something I saw reflected all over the place there. It just has this city chic element to it that I absolutely love and shows the versatility of this top. A second element of French-inspired style that I think absolutely every woman could benefit from, and some of you may be not necessarily willing to embrace this. Maybe you think your lifestyle is just too laid back for this, but I really want to challenge that because I think this can be incorporated into a very casual wardrobe, and that is the classic blazer. Now, this is the one that I own. I just love the pinstripe like you saw with the last shirt. But blazers offer so many opportunities for personalization. So we can choose different colors. Again, here at Chill, if you need to add a blazer into your wardrobe, or if you want to shop your own closet, there are so many ways to do this. So maybe you're someone who just likes her knits, doesn't want like a wool blazer or something more structured. Well, there are knit blazers like this one all over the place. You can go cropped, you can go a little bit longer, you can go boyfriend style, you can go more tapered. This is all about what looks good on your body and speaks to your personal style. I love a white blazer, frankly, any time of year. I think this could even be chic with jeans and combat boots in the wintertime. And if you are more of a creative type, why make your blazer so classic and sophisticated like my pinstripe one? And why not instead do something that's just a little more novelty, something like this, where you've got maybe a pattern, maybe you've got some variation in the fabric, and then you can still channel your artsy self. So what to do with the blazer? Well, again, the styling options are endless. I frankly, I'm not even joking, would probably throw a blazer over my yoga pants and pop some cute little boots or sneakers on and call it a day. But for me, the classic way to wear a blazer that is just speaks to my everyday life is to pop it over something like a graphic t-shirt or a concert t-shirt to show some edginess, to show a little more playfulness. For me, I'm not very conservative in my dressing, so I like to show just a little more of a rebellious side to myself. So I love that with a pair of jeans and some sneakers, or perhaps in this case, even a little pair of kitten heels to give it that Parisian woman flair. So a third essential element of timeless French-inspired style is the leather bomber jacket or the leather moto jacket. Now, this is the one I own. I feel very fortunate to have found this through our wonderful consigners here. This is a great Michael Kors secondhand score. I absolutely love it. Personally, I've spent my life looking for this jacket and finally found it, so I just had to bring it into my wardrobe. I've had lesser versions and this just nailed it on the head for me. And I love black. I think it's very versatile, and we'll come back to just styling options with this. But do know this comes in so many varieties. So if this concept isn't quite speaking to you, look at just the different ways that you can incorporate your personal style. So let's say you don't want to break the bank. Maybe you love this style, but you don't want to invest in leather, or for some reason, you know, maybe just ethically you would rather have a synthetic fabric, not an animal-based fabric. Well, then go with something like this moto jacket that we recently got in. This was actually originally from Chill Boutique, and this is just a vegan leather version, much less expensive. Maybe leather isn't your thing, but you love suede. Well, it doesn't even have to be a bomber jacket. It just needs, in my opinion, to be something that has kind of that vibe and where you can take it inside or outside. It could be a part of your outfit, or it could be used as outerwear. So maybe you go suede with the shearling lining, like something like this. Absolutely beautiful. And it doesn't have to be black, obviously. Maybe you're a gal who's into her Western wear. Maybe your personal style is a little more boho. Well, then how about something like this, where again, you've got some embellishments, some fun detail on it. Maybe you're not into the more edgy rock and roll jacket, but you want, again, something that's channels more the inner cowgirl. Or again, for my very fun kind of artistic, outgoing gals, why not pick a pop of color here that maybe is just your personal best color? I absolutely love this blue. To be honest, had I not bought the black jacket, this one might have taken its place. And who says a bright, beautiful color like this can't be timeless? Again, if it's in your personal color palette, then work with it. So what to do with your leather bomber or version of this? Well, the obvious answer here is just to throw it over everything. Come fall, winter, this is just the jacket that goes on top of your jeans, on top of your activewear, on top of pants, skirts, you name it. One of my very favorite ways to incorporate it into an outfit where it truly becomes a part of the outfit that I don't necessarily take off during the day is to bring it in over a flowy feminine dress. I love juxtaposition. As you guys know, I love contrast dressing. So to take that kind of biker moto vibe and bring it in with something very feminine, a little bohemian, very flowy, adds such an element of edginess. Top it over a black boot. Maybe it's a heeled boot like I've got on. Maybe it's even a moto boot, maybe it's a pair of sneakers, but adding in this jacket always makes you look a little extra chic. So finally, gals, on the clothing-based elements of personal style that I think are so essential, I want to move to the bottom half and talk about trousers. I will tell you guys, this was one of my very favorite consignment scores ever. I have been on the constant and never-ending seeming hunt for the perfect pair of trousers that just fit perfectly. They were, for me, the right level of flowiness. They were the right inseam length, and I just can hardly believe these fell into my life. I'm so excited about these. Well, I think the perfect pair of trousers, and specifically in my opinion, wide leg trousers, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. If you're not a wide leg girl, go with a straight leg trouser. Not necessarily in my mind a skinny trouser, but at least a classic cut. That is a way to definitely bring some chicness into your wardrobe. So we're gonna look at some variations. So, you know, for me, it was the classic flowy black pant, but there's so many ways you can do this. So maybe you like more of a print, but something that's a timeless, subtle print. Well, frankly, herringbone, it's such a small, fine print. You can hardly even see the print. It's just absolutely classic. This is more of a wool trouser. I love these. The only thing with wool, this is a great addition for your fall, winter wardrobe, but this definitely is not something that's gonna be a summer piece. So I kind of like the black ones I picked out because they will take me throughout the year. But this is, if I were adding, I would definitely bring in something like this. Or you could do, now this would be a great year-round addition. Maybe it's something with a more denim finish like these beauties here. And that's great if you're more of a casual gal. And we're gonna come back to this in a moment because just like the blazer, maybe some of you are thinking, oh, I'm not a trousers person. I'm just so much more casual than that. That's just for the office. Well, I definitely dare to challenge that. And again, we'll come right back to that. Or if you finally want to be really extra chic, in my opinion, this is great for year-round. Toss all those ideas about not being able to wear white after Labor Day or whenever that is. I don't even know what the rule is because I just don't adhere to it at all, but not being able to wear white in fall, winter, that is not true at all, especially if you bring in kind of like a nice crisp winter white. I absolutely love a pant like this. Imagine all of the beautiful things you can do with these. So on that note, in terms of imagining what you can do, well, classic way that we think of trousers being worn is to put on a blazer with it. Now you have a really chic matching set. Well, I absolutely love that. If you have a dress up event, I think just a crisp, tailored pantsuit, it just is as timeless as it gets, and it's hard to imagine that a French woman wouldn't have some version of that in her closet. But for everyday wear, there are so many ways to dress your trousers down. You could pop them on with a sweater vest. You could do a cropped chunky sweater on top. You know, my favorite way, especially as we're just starting to get into the cooler months, especially here in Arizona, is to take, and this is just bringing in my elements of edgy style, which are, you know, edgy, little fun, little sexy, little bit of street style in here. I love the idea of bringing in a concert t-shirt and just tucking it into the waist of my pants and then putting on a great ballet flat with them. You could also pop on some sort of platform sneaker and that would give you that street chic vibe. Pants like this always make you look a little more sophisticated, even if the rest of you is very, very casual. Okay, gals, now moving into my last 3 essential elements of French-inspired style, we're gonna look at accessories. Accessories are very important in a French woman's wardrobe because all it takes is a slight tweak with an accessory to change the whole look. Also, the addition of the perfect accessory makes an outfit just look rounded out, complete, and always a little more chic. And like I said, I just keep going back to, imagine you're just running around in your activewear and you add in one of these elements of style, you are instantly gonna look more put together. So I don't think anybody would imagine a French woman without imagining a beautiful scarf or some version of that, or a collection of scarves. So scarves come in many different varieties. This is my personal favorite. I am a big fan of the infinity scarf. That's a scarf that's just, you know, it's a big round scarf here. It doesn't have a beginning or an end, and you can wear it long around the neck. You can loop it. We'll come back to different ways to style this, not tie it, just style it. I'm not an expert in tying scarves, but then again, I kind of like that perfectly imperfect, just thrown on look. If you're not really into infinity scarves, then let me show you just a couple of other options. And again, there are so many ways to personalize this. You know, if you really want to look at the trends of the season and bring in just a little bit of extra style, why not bring in some leopard print, like something like this? Girls, this is one of my favorite scarves we've gotten from consignment. So beautiful. And this one just offers endless options for tying. And then perhaps that's just not your look necessarily. Maybe you want to bring more color in, or maybe you just don't like all of the volume of that fabric. Maybe that's only for outdoors in your mind, which again, I will challenge, as I've been challenging a lot of preconceived notions on styling. But why not just bring in a lovely silky scarf? You could do a small necktie scarf, which is so French at times, or you could bring in a beautiful pop of color. We have a handful of options over here at Chill if your closet is missing this and you want to bring it in, and they're not very expensive, you guys. They're just beautiful consignment options. Bring in a silky scarf and this really becomes part of your outfit and just finishes off the entire look. So let's talk about how to style scarves. I will tell you, I'm not even going to be super specific about this because you can basically throw a scarf on almost anything. You can throw it over the top of a tank top, a t-shirt. I just love it with a base. I love taking a very casual outfit base, like just this easy long sleeve shirt, just a pair of boyfriend beat up looking jeans. And I love that juxtaposition, again, that contrast of throwing a more sophisticated scarf over the top, keeping that on all day. And it just has this sort of confidence, this timelessness, this nonchalance to it that looks like I just look accidentally fabulous. Take the scarf off and it's a totally different outfit. Okay, gals, for that 6th element of French inspired style that I think is so essential, this is very prototypical when it comes to French dressing, and that is the perfect ballet flat. I will tell you, I am not a gal who has worn flats very much throughout my life. First of all, I've never found one that I thought really flattered my look. For some reason, I just didn't like the way I looked in flats. Second, I never found one that was perfectly comfortable. However, I am learning, thanks to all of our fabulous consigners, that there are so many different styles of flats, and I finally found my perfect one. So let me show you guys. It is these leopard print flats that are fabulous. They're comfortable. I found that for me, and this is something to think about, keep trying if you haven't found flats that you like. I just needed a pointy toe to feel like I looked chic, to feel like they flattered me, but at the same time I had to find something that was comfortable, and these just hit the nail on the head. They have a very squishy sole and a wide toe box, so it actually helps me through the bunion zone, and then they're pointy so I feel chic, and they're leopard, so they're totally stylish for the season. But there are a lot of ways to go on ballet flats, so let me give you guys some options. We've got something like this here, which I love. This has more of a rounded toe. Maybe you want a more neutral ballet flat. I love these. They are leopard print, but they are black and gray, so they'll go with so many things. And again, you've got the rounded toe if you just can't do the pointy toe. Now, what if you just don't want to do a ballet flat? Well, another possibility is to do a loafer. Let me give you an example. So a loafer totally does the trick. I kind of love these because they're not just a loafer. They are a lavender loafer, which to me couldn't get cuter. I'm actually super bummed out that these are not in my size, or they would probably be living in my closet. But this is definitely a good alternative to a ballet flat. And finally, what about those of you, and there are a few of you, not many in my experience, but there are a few of you who are like, I just can't wear a flat. Either I don't like the way it looks on me, or it actually doesn't feel good on my foot. That happens. Well, you can always do a ballet kitten heel. So let me give you an example. Something like this is fabulous. You have the same fantastic look, but you have the little tiny kitten heel here, which just elevates the look a little, and it just makes this totally adaptable to you. So let's talk about styling the ballet flat. There are so many different ways you can wear a ballet flat, which definitely explains why it's part of a Parisian woman's wardrobe, because it is so incredibly versatile. They look fantastic with jeans. They look great with a dress. They look great with a skirt. There is almost nothing that a ballet flat cannot accompany. So for me, probably the way that I envision wearing mine the most, and I'm really looking forward to bringing them in this season, is with a great pair of slim cut jeans, maybe bring a blazer into the mix just for sort of quintessential French style. You could throw a sweater over the top. You could do absolutely any topper over your jeans. You could even throw your moto jacket on. And then the ballet flat adds that little pop of femininity. So think of it as a feminine addition to your look, and look for contrast in other ways. Well, gals, we're at element number 7, and I want to tell you, this is another one where I have been searching for a very long time for that perfect element here that really just captured all my needs, that I could just see having forever, that almost eliminated the need for any alternatives on this front. So we are talking about the perfect handbag. So to be clear, there is no such thing as the perfect handbag. And that is true for just a certain individual, because we will find what we think is the perfect handbag. And if you're like most women, you will find others that are perfect in other situations. But I am talking about a handbag that for you, for your specific needs, for your specific style and tastes, is that handbag that you can imagine going with absolutely anything, that will take you throughout the year, that is a high quality handbag. I don't imagine a French woman without her perfect handbag. And so you could go small, you could go big. Some of you just want a little crossbody bag, maybe just a little camera size bag. For me, it's gonna be more of a dump everything in bag, which we'll get to in just a moment, because I literally did just score my handbag. I literally, once again, feel like I've been looking for all my life. But let's go over some possibilities here. So you could just do the classic kind of lady bag. Let me give you an example. This is about as timeless as it gets. We got this little St. John black purse, and something like this, once again, when I think of French style, I just think of something that is that sort of quiet luxury. It doesn't necessarily have labels all over the place, although if that's what you like, great, as long as it is for you, enduring, and something that goes with everything. So you could go with something very, very classic like this. Now, maybe you're someone who says, look, I want a bag that is my standout piece. That's fine too. Your bag could be that element of style that you notice on every outfit. Maybe it is the focal point of every outfit. Maybe you're a more creative type. Well, we have great options here at Chill. Exhibit A, look at this absolutely fabulous Dooney and Bourke mustard colored bag that we just got in. I particularly love this color of yellow because it's not too deep mustard, it's not too bright yellow, so it can go year round. I personally love the size of this bag. This is a very memorable piece. This is one of those pieces where it almost becomes like your perfume. It's your signature. So I think this is a great score. And drum roll, I'm going to reveal to you my personal favorite, the one that just, for me, I was looking for a bag, like I said, that I can dump everything into, that also will go with all of my neutrals, with blacks, browns, navies, you name it. And here it is. Thank you to the fabulous consignor who brought in this vintage Coach bag. It's so heavy right now because I have thrown all of my items in it, but I know, and I think every French woman knows herself well. When I think of a French woman, I think of a confident woman who just knows what works for her and unapologetically just owns it. I have come to the point where I own the fact that I need a bag this size. Yes, I'm an aspiring minimalist, but I also love to carry bottled water with me, 2 pairs of glasses, my lipstick, my wallet. I mean, the list goes on, and I like to be able to just throw it in my bag, but I don't want the bag to be humongous. I still want it to look chic, and this is just the perfect little tote, and it also has the shoulder strap so I can carry it either way, but it is definitely timeless and it goes with everything. So to round off your French inspired wardrobe, make sure you have for you the perfect handbag. Gals, if you have just been needing a little kick to get yourself started in your wardrobe, kind of cleaning out, focusing on what's working, what's not working, and potentially what's missing, I hope this video was really helpful. I hope this was a good starting point for building a multifunctional and more compact wardrobe. If you guys liked this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. Really helps this channel. And of course, if you haven't already, make sure to jump on and subscribe here to Zero Waste Closet. That way you guys get notifications whenever new videos come out. If you guys have any thoughts, ideas, questions, always you can drop them in the comment section below. And you're also always welcome to email me, and I will drop the links to my email as well as to Chill Boutique's website and our consignment website in the description box below. Have a great week. Happy closet clean out time and wardrobe building time, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next one.